Hi, thanks for stopping to learn more about new supervisor training here in Boston. I'm Kevin Eikenberry, Chief Potential Officer of the Kevin Eikenberry Group, author of Remarkable Leadership, and the co-developer of the Bud to Boss workshop. We know that supervisor skills are important to you and your organization. That's why we're coming to Boston, to help you succeed as a supervisor. Being a leader is one of the most complex and rewarding jobs on earth. And perhaps the most complex of all is when you are first named a supervisor, especially if you have been promoted from being a part of the team to being in charge. That's why we've created the Bud to Boss workshop, to share the secrets of successfully transitioning to being a confident and effective supervisor. So let me tell you about this 2-day workshop and what you, or the supervisors you register, will gain. We'll talk about succeeding in your supervisor role, how to successfully make that transition from Bud to Boss. We'll talk about the 7 components of your role, the correct balance between control and empowerment, and the power of expectations. We'll work on your communication skills, specifically how to communicate effectively with different people. 6 ways to make your communication more powerful, persuasive, and memorable. You'll learn 5 ways to listen better at work tomorrow and every day, and you'll learn 5 keys to making winning and successful presentations. As supervisors, we have to be coaches, and feedback is sometimes one of the toughest skills to learn in this role. That's why you'll leave with the 3 sources of feedback, 4 specific types of feedback, and 10 ways to give better feedback. You'll also learn 5 ways to make performance reviews less painful and more effective, 10 ways to be more supportive, and how to use a practical coaching model as a supervisor. Then, on day 2, we'll talk about that most important skill of change and how we lead and champion it as a supervisor. You'll learn the 4 levers of change, what they are and how to use them. You'll learn the critical differences between managing, leading, and championing change. You'll learn why resistance doesn't have to be a bad thing, 3 ways to overcome resistance, and 5 ways to accelerate organizational change. Then we'll talk about teams and your role in leading teams to higher performance. We'll talk about how you can use the 4 stages of team development. You'll learn how to manage conflict on your team. You'll learn the 4 major elements of team performance and how to diagnose that for your team. You'll learn 7 keys to better meetings and your role as a team leader. We'll also talk about the role of setting goals and getting your goals for yourself and your team. You'll learn 5 keys to a successful goal-setting mindset and why they're important. You'll learn 8 steps to setting achievable goals, how to engage others in team goal setting, and 5 ways to improve goal setting and goal achievement success. And before your workshop experience is complete, you will leave with more than just ideas and lists of tools, but with a real plan you can implement back at work. And all of this will be learned in a practical, engaging, and fun workshop. And we'll be doing all this right here in Boston. If you follow the link elsewhere on this page or at the end of this video, you can find our workshop schedule for Boston. You'll also have a way to contact us if you want to schedule an in-house session or have us customize the workshop for you, or just get added to our Boston announcement list so you know when we schedule future sessions here. I or one of our other trainers are looking forward to meeting you and helping you learn the secrets of successful supervisors, the skills that will help you make the transition from Bud to Boss. Before you go, listen to what one of our past participants says about this workshop.
Hi, my name is Lisa Schroyer. I have just attended the Bud to Boss training seminar, and in my opinion, it's the best training seminar I have ever attended. I'm going to be able to take away some really good content and apply it immediately when I get back to work. I would recommend it to anyone that needs the improvement in their training skills.